Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's Akshadare by Devraj. It's a good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are enjoying the days and the summer vacation and enjoying your work. And let me start today newspaper reading. And I hope you guys are following the same tips to improve your communication skill in English. And if you guys have any comments or queries or any doubts, please leave the comment in the comment box. So before going to start, please subscribe to my channel, like and comment so that I can resolve your doubts or queries. If you need help regarding communication, just leave the comment in the comment box or write to my email id aksharadari.india@gmail.com. I can help you. I can call you or call to my number. I will leave my number in the description box for your reference. Please let me start today newspaper reading. Let's enjoy. Yes, friends, let me start today newspaper. Yes, now it is visible. Corruption rate card. It's very If they had worked for us properly for 65 years, there would be need today to give false guarantee or resort to appeasement. Man killed in Manipur youths. Government issues shoot at sight order. Karaikudi money passes away. Need students avoid about roadshow impact. Jaisankar discusses LAC with Kin. Old stocks with Laro. Leg up for all tanks. No in the impositions. Karnataka Golf Association comes under RTA Act. The fact that 124 acres of land has been leased on 2% of the annual gross income indicates that the association has been substantially financed by the state government, says court. As she dismisses plea of tenants of BBMP Gandhi Bacha Old Market Complex, The court, however, says that until the new building is completed and sanction is carried out, the petitioner tenants should not be disturbed from the occupation of temporary shops provided to them by the Bar Bruhat Bengaluru Mahanagarapalika. Bengaluru and resident researchers discovered novel molecular system, penumbral and lunar eclipse on May 5, when a pedestrian two others killed in separate accidents. Voters expressed concern over breach of data and privacy. Bannerghatta Biological Park to remain closed on May 10. AP has changed politics of the entire country. Cat summer vacation, asthma awareness program for BTP. Bomnali voters seek better maintenance of lakes and SWDs. BJP is not acceptable to people of Shivajinagar. PM's visit traffic curbs today. NIA files supplementary charge sheet against two in Praveen Nettaur murder case. Spotlight. What is this? Full run amidst color and crowds. Metro Plus, love a money splinter thing art that articulates the mind. Mindscapes in the company of others, which opened at the Museum of Art and Photography, uses art to help individuals connect better with themselves. Things they didn't teach. Now, two roadshows by Modi in Bangalore on Saturday and Sunday. Need students worried about impact of roadshow. It's very little disturbance for the people. Yes. Shivraj Kumar campaigns for Sidramaya in Varna. Congress complains to EC against PM. If Bajrang Dal acts lawfully, it should not fear ban. IT search at residence of Congress leader Vinayak Kulkarni said BJP hopes to divide Okaliga votes in this stronghold of KPCC chief. Mridangam play Karaikudi money age 77 no more. JDS tried to woo back Muslims. Appeals for smart voting. Gig workers seek welfare levy and apps aggregators. And another airline bites the dust. Let me read this today editorial page, which is point for the point of examination. This is very important, guys. Just read this article. And another airline bites the dust. Is a former airline instructor, pilot, and aviation safety advisor. He is also a former member of the Civil Aviation Safety Advisory Council. The line from the famous song by Queen, Parok Bulsara, another one bites the dust, appears to be the swan song for another airline in India. In India, in the 1990s, an airline boy with promise at Daminia Airways West went bust. This week, the Wadias declared insolvency for the airline Go First, bringing down the curtains on another airline company. In its wake, we have hundreds of passengers, pilots, and cabin crew stranded in various locations, and thousands of employees who have been left in the lurch with a long legal battle ahead of them to salvage what is owed to them. Employees of Kingfisher Airlines and Jet Airways are still struggling to get their dues while their owners and promoters live a life of luxury with zero accountability. Are airlines and their owners, promoters, the only one to blame for these failures? I would put the blame squarely on the Ministry of Civil Aviation and its puppet, the Director General of Civil Aviation, the regular chest thumping acts where there are proclamations of India being the fastest growing aviation sector also turn a blind eyes to serious deficiencies in safety, the financial security of airlines, oversight audits by the DGCA to assess the financial health of airlines, and last but not the least, the inflated numbers game they play to project exponential growth in the aviation sector. A story of distress. The last 30 years have seen the failure of Damania Airways, NEPC Airlines, Air Deccan, Air Sahara, Paramount, Kingfisher Jet Airways, and several other smaller airlines in the aviation sector in India. In 2008, the financial world collapse resulted in a problem for major airlines. The Boeing representative made a statement during the Singapore Air Show in 2009 that India has space for just three airlines and that consolidations and mergers would take place. Back in India, crony capitalism ensured that the payword lot were never questioned and banks kept pumping in funds to aid non-performing assets. A DGCA audit of Kingfisher Airlines indicated a clear case of deep financial stress as in the DGCA normal procedure. The reports were consigned to the dustbin. There were similar results for Jet Airways before its collapse too. The airline's board was loaded with former Ministry of Civil Aviation and DGCA officials. Just to give the reader an example of how airlines in India operate and woodwink the public. The media helped in dishing out the figures and the number landed out to them without due diligence and or any cross checks being done. The DGCA civil aviation requirement for scheduled transport operations clearly spells out the minimum requirement for starting or running an airline. Finance, crew numbers, or other staff and route projections. Yet those setting up airlines announce grandiose plans with the blessings of the ministry and the DGC. Without proven financial security and without a minimum number of pilots, engineers, and cabin crew, has anyone checked whether the numbers projected and the numbers that actually materialized have matched? Has anyone checked why India pays the highest lease charges for aircraft when compared to other countries? Has the DGCA, the so called regulator, even taken action against those who make and come up with false projections and numbers? Placing the minister and pandering to the ego of the government is not going to prevent another airline going bust. After the worst of the COVID-19 pandemic was over, it was obvious that every airline in India was deep in the red. Areas that take a hit for airlines in India, including training and safety. Airlines should know that as long as their umbilical cord is connected to the Ministry of Aviation, the regulator is a mere facilitator. As the DGCA done a financial audit of all the airlines in India, and as it publishes its warning signals. The number of aircraft that have been mothballed in several airports in India, and the number of accidents and serious incidents over the months have not raised a red flag. Passengers have been lucky that more lives have not been lost. This false numbness is likely to be mushrooming shortly. Leasing companies repossessing aircraft due to non-payment of lease charges and airports. Requiring cash and carry operations from an airline for airport and fuel charges are all clear indications that the financial health of the airline is in a state of deterioration. Another clear pointer is the cancellation of flights due to operational reasons. In simple terms, it means that there is a shortage of crew. Will the DGCA publish the date on flight cancellations because of crew shortage? Will it take the bold step of preventing airlines from acquiring more aircraft until they can show that they have sufficient numbers of crew for a continuous scheduled operations without any flight disruptions? Revamp aviation policy. What is urgently required in Indian aviation is transparency and accountability. This includes not just the airline owners and promoters, but also the Ministry of Civil Aviation, the DGCA, and the officials concerned. The day is not far off when another favored and propped up airline is going to lose its wings. Go First is just the new beginning, and it is not going to be the last. A complete revamp of India's civil aviation policy is required. We have seen the chariot of Jet Airways 2.0, where some people have skimmed from the top and pulled wool over the eyes of unfortunate employees waiting for their legitimate use. To begin with, they should impose a ban on any official of a failed airline from holding managerial posts to another airline. Airlines should also be asked to have a corrupt fund locked up to meet the dues of employees and passengers in the event of an airline closing down. The sudden announcement by Go First of operations being put on hold is like the announcement of demonetization in 2016. Do people deserve this service? India is a gold mine for tourism. Aviation is a sector that is important to cash in on this. But the way it has been mismanaged and killed makes one wonder whether we can ever reach the potential to become the fastest growing sector. We need professionals with knowledge and to run the sector the way Air India is sitting. I worry for another venture. My empathy is for RJ Tata. The vision he had for aviation in India is crumbling rapidly. This is about the aviation industry story. What was happening? So the operation stopped by the uh, Go Fast airline. So that is given in today news. That let me read this. A boost for science, a wider window to the universe. In the distant universe, black holes merge, supernova explode, neutron stars collide. Colossal events such as these create cosmic ripples in space-time called gravitational waves. In 2015, the Laser Interferometer Gravitational Waves Observatory, LIGO for short, observed this phenomenon for the first time, expanding our understanding for of the universe around us. Now, the United States National Science Foundation is partnering with top US universities and India's Raja Ramanna Center for Advanced Technology (RRCAT), a unit of Department of Atomic Energy, the Government of India to launch LIGO India, a groundbreaking collaboration fueled by to 320 million investment from India that will accelerate discovery and innovation in India and around the world. Albert Einstein's 1916 general theory of relativity first predicted the phenomenon of gravitational waves, but it took physicists another century to prove an Einstein right by observing them directly. Most of the history of astronomy has been accomplished by observing light and the electromagnetic spectrum. Everything from radio waves to infrared and visible light to high energy X-rays and gamma rays. But gravitational waves are fundamentally different. They are ripples in space-time, the fabric of the universe itself. In 2015, for the first time in human history, physicists observed the gravitational waves emanating from two merging black holes 1.3 million light years from Earth. This Nobel prize-winning breakthrough was accomplished by the Laser Interferometer, a gravitational wave observatory known as LIGO, a research initiative that the U.S. National Science Foundation first began investing in the late 1970s. More in experiment than observatory. LIGO is the world's largest gravitational wave observatory, a scientific collaboration and marvel of engineering that consists of two facilities in the United States, one in the Pacific Northwest at Hanport, West Washington, and another near the Gulf of Mexico in Livingston, Louisiana. LIGO uses lasers to detect ripples in space-time through a method called interferometry. As gravitational waves pass by, they cause space itself to stretch and squeeze, which scientists can measure through changes in the beams of the LIGO lasers. More than an observatory, LIGO is an experiment of preeminent scale and complexity. The data LIGO collects have far-reaching implications in many areas of physics. LIGO has provided new clues about emerging black holes, the existence of neutron stars, and the origin of the universe. It has opened an entirely new way of observing the universe. Astronomers have been studying light from the universe for thousands of years, but now we can also hear the universe through gravitational waves. This is why I applaud the recent announcement of the 320 million investment in LIGO India. Just like the LIGO in the US has become a resource for students, researchers, and educators throughout local communities, LIGO India will create new opportunities in Maharashtra's Angoli district. Projects such as LIGO India can create jobs across the technical workforce, unleash new avenues for scientific talent, and inspire the next generation of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics leaders. The benefits of collaboration by joining the global network, that is the two LIGO detectors in the US, Virgo in Italy, and the Kamioka gravitational wave detector in Japan. LIGO India will push forward the boundaries of what science and technology can achieve and help unlock some of the universe's greatest mysteries. LIGO India is a collaboration between the LIGO laboratory operated by Caltech and MIT and funded by the National Science Foundation and India's RRCAT at the Institute for Plasma Research, the Inter-University Center for Astronomy and Astrophysics, and the Department of Atomic Energy, Directorate of Construction, Services and Estate Management. The construction of LIGO India is a major milestone for gravitational wave science and for the universal progress of science that transcends borders. The observatory will help to answer some of the most fundamental questions about the cosmos, and through collaboration with like minded partners, it will provide current and aspiring scientists with a wider window into the universe while inspiring the next generation. This is about the recent boost of the science, which was very important for the future. It is written by Seturaman Panchanathan. It is director of United States National Science Foundation. The construction of LIGO is India is a leg up for gravitational wave science and the universal progress of science that transcends borders. Let me read this, Mario friends. It's completed. Let me go to the next page. Do CCTV cameras protect us or invade our privacy? Know the ideal picture of harmony at Jantar. The difference between a broadcast interview and a media interview. Wrestlers and medalist Sangeeta Phogat and Vinesh Phogat react after a scuffles is said to have broken out between the wrestlers who are unprotested and the police in New Delhi. Many cable TV operators said to comply with norms. Shoot at site harder are issued in Manipur. SEO Minister meet today to discuss economic ties. One skilled has Army chopper makes a hard landing in J&K. NCP panel for picking Pawar successor to hold meeting today. Jaishankar holds talks with Queen Nikin, but no, not Bhutto. IFPF pension 1.16% to be taken from employees, she says Labour Ministry. As he discloses a listless case, the police promise an impartial proof. Two militants shot dead in Baramulla. AIR should be referred to as Akashvani, says DG. Karnataka polls import. BJP will get a full majority. Families flee homes, take shelter in relief camps after violence in Manipur. Maiti's issue, HAC chief tones down opposition. BJP politics of hate has made fissures in Manipur. BJP bets on a change in name to alter fortunes in Karnataka. BJP will win immense support in Karnataka as it did in UP, Gujarat. UK Sunak wants a part test in first electoral test with voters. China based networks showing disinformation in Meta. Floods, landslips in Rwanda kill over 130,000 left homeless. Erdogan turns against LGBTQ and run up to crucial voting on May 11. Russia blames US for drones, it White House denies rule. Ex-Proud Boys leader Tario guilty of January 6th sedition plot. 3 wanted Palestinians killed in raid, says Israel. Sudan truce efforts in tatters as fighting rages. India Russia are set to suspend talks to settle the trade in rupees. CBDC can ease cross-border payments. HDFC Q4 net profits raises 20% to 4,425 crore. Sundaram Fasteners Q4 net surges 63%. Adani Enterprises Q4 net more than doubles. Go First extends flight cancellation till May 9. This is about the sports news. Night Riders trump Sunrisers in a enclosed car encounter. There is a Chopra Archer-sized hole in Mumbai Indians bowling. Rajasthan Royals will look to take over the top spot from Gujarat Titans. Record-setting Haaland takes City to the top again. Sahani, Boria and Barwal advance Bird Thapa makes his exit. Emma Raducanu to miss French Open and Wimbledon. Indians will have to improve Olympic qualification rankings. Wrestlers to continue protest despite the Supreme Court decision. Mark Nicholas named next president of MCC. Qualifier Karatsev in Madrid semis. Indian companies invested 40 billion in the US, says CII. Most Indians alarmed are concerned about global warming study. The calls made to mental health centers in Srinagar by women. The additional investment made by Denmark for defense. The expected outflow of people from Sudan as per the UN. The Washington Digital Declaration. What prompted the visit of South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol in the US? Why does South Korea not have its own nuclear arsenal? What is the significance of the new agreement? How does it relate to nuclear deterrence? How have China and North Korea responded? This is about what is behind Manipur's widespread unrest. What triggered the conflict between the Tan tribal Meitei people and the other tribal groups? This is about today and changing the way we experience games, the rise of sports documentaries. The stories of famous sports personalities are full of glitches. From charting a rags to riches as story to affirming that an individual has the power to shape his destiny. Documentaries are an adept vehicle to narrate them in a manner where cliches are not muddied with fictional screenplay. Chinese Grandmaster Ding Liren became only the 20th player to have won the world championship in chess. He is a good and the best in the sport. Yes, this is about the today news, guys. I hope you guys enjoy the news reading. I will give the some very important tips in the next video, in the upcoming video, which are very daily usable sentences. In that, you can improve your communication little. Please at least read the newspaper minimum for 40 minutes to 2 hours. That really helps you, make you help to improve your communication in the next 30 days. I'm sure you will improve your communication in the next 30 days just by following this tip, just by reading and noting the points, noting the words which are not understandable, and finding the meaning for those words, and revising those words in at least twice in a day, so that that can help you to improve your communication very easily. Yes, I hope you guys are doing the same and following the same tips to improve our communication. Please subscribe to my channel, like and comment, and I'll see you in the upcoming video. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.